Anyway, so welcome
Visit Canada.
Visit Canada, yes, exactly. Welcome back, everybody, to Stargate Oversight. Wow, whew, that week's sure gone by very quickly since we last recorded, right?
Yeah, no, it's been like a whole week since I've seen you guys.
Yeah, it's been a
I've
whole
missed
week
you all
since.
so much.
Yeah, Ryan's been sleeping in your phone, right? And he's ready to wake up.
Yeah, hang on. Rebooting. Hello!
Wait. Are you implying Ryan is Alex Horn?
Little Alex Horn.
Little Ryan Horn, he lives in your phone.
Yes.
I think I'm a bit too big to be little Alex.
If we just take it from your middle and we attach it to your height.
My height's not short.
Yeah, well, we'll boost you up there to be like Alex Horn size, and then we just need to get a host who's the size of Greg.
So, we are Stargate Oversight, the podcast that talks about the episode Stargate and what it has to say about the American military. Sometimes it says a lot, sometimes it says fucking nothing. We take what we can get.
Last week it said fucking nothing. This week it says things.
It says a lot, yes.
Yeah, this week we've actually got something to talk about.
This week it has, this week is ideology, fuck me.
This week is, like, fucking who is to blame, the superior or the fucking soldier?
Yeah.
This week is incredible.
So yes, that is right, everybody. We are, of course,
We're at the Nuremberg trials.
We are back in our podcast, Star Trek Oversight, where we cover the Star Trek series. And this time we're covering the season 2.
Okay.
We're covering season 2, episode 9, The Measure of a Man.
Please tell me you did that on purpose.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, it's also the courtroom drama episode of Stargate as Star Trek as fuck. I said correct show. Yes, it's the courtroom episode of Star Trek. That's why I referenced it.
I am Captain Picard, and I will be acting as the defense for my boy Data. He's a good boy, very fluffy hair. My boy Brent Spiner.
I'm the cat who sits in the corner.
Ryan confirmed cat girl.
You can be Wesley Crusher, and we can all tell you to fuck off, like they do in the show.
Oh, Wesley Crusher.
Well, no, Ryan's the judge, and that means Frosty is playing Jonathan Frazier, number 1.
Can I just also talk about a few years back, Will Wheaton posted on Twitter asking people to stop saying "shut up, Wesley" to him because it really annoys him. And then Patrick Stewart replied to him saying "shut up, Wesley."
Based.
Patrick Stewart's the kind of person who would go, "Please, everyone say this. It's hilarious. Please."
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so this is Cor'Ai, is the episode.
The courtroom drama episode.
It is indeed. It's the episode where they arrive through the gate and they appear to be in the day after a Ren fair after everyone's littered everywhere and really destroyed the place.
Visit the scenic Canadian Ren Fair, see the wooden huts, see the one random stone building, enjoy a walk in the misty fir trees and get murdered by a woman wearing a rabbit head and humming.
They arrive here, and Teal'c says, "I have been here to this planet before," which is going to be important very soon.
Yeah, when Teal'c says he's been to this planet before, if he's been there before he's met you, that means,
whenever Teal'c says he's been somewhere before, it's not normally good.
It means he's been there as the goddamn leader of a gold fucking army.
Spend deployment points. Use your emergency evacuation device. Change your squad, please. They keep doing this. They keep walking into a bad situation. Like we should change our squad composition. No.
The Goa'uld come here regularly to hunt.
Damn, that sucks. Should we send Teal'c home? No.
They have a look around, and they're like, that's weird. There's fresh food and some cooking going on, but no one's here.
Damn, what a shock. I guess it's abandoned.
Let's carry on looking. Oh no, we have been ambushed, and they're pointing crossbows at us.
Yeah, let's wander into the place, the stone place that looks really well made, looks like a set. Probably won't be important later. Let's just look around.
And then the prompt on screen comes up to de-escalate the situation by pointing a gun at them.
Yeah, standard US military tactics.
They're like, "Oh no, that Jafar with you, we're gonna fucking kill him." And like, it's fine, he's one of the boys, don't worry about it.
He's a good Jafar, honest.
He's a good Jafar. And then, just as they're
not.
He is
Jack
not.
gives him a scritch under the chin. What a good boy.
He is not. This fucking man killed my dad.
And then just you can see Jack just go,
I never seen you
"Oh no,
and my father prepare to die.
Yes, thank you, Inigo Montoya. So yeah, at which point they're like, "Hey, Teal'c, did you kill this dude's father?" Yes, I did.
no." He says, "No, I didn't."
He does not say no.
He does.
He says no at first, yeah. He says he doesn't remember.
Oh, sorry, no, you're right. He said he doesn't remember the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, okay, considering the deal he makes a bit later on, if he doesn't remember it, how many times did he kill dudes' dads on this planet?
I mean, on any planet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I am just gonna be honest. Of course he does. Like,
Fucking got the M. Bison drop.
that was his
Fuck.
job for a long time.
Okay, fair, yeah.
You, the day Teal'c came to your village, was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday.
Ah, yes.
Which is pretty accurate, really. Like, Teal'c will not remember this until, until something specific gets shoved in his
Like,
face.
I do like this because it's basically going, yeah, no, Teal'c did a lot of fucking war crime, like a lot.
A lot of war crimes, the amount of which and gravity of which we will not address.
Nope. We'll be forgotten about after this episode. Don't worry about it.
So,
Are we going to do other trial episodes after this? Yes.
we're going to hold a Cor'Ai. What's that? It's a trial. It's a trial. It's a trial.
Yeah. Some old woman shows up and is like, "Huh, cool. Yeah, no, you guys are cool. You can go. He's staying for Coral."
Yep.
He says Coral the first time. He says Cor'Ai.
Does he?
Yeah, he says Coral. He fucking mispronounces it. He doesn't sound.
It's like, we only want Teal'c, and it's like, and then the guy is like, "This is the cane of my father."
Do you remember me now, bitch?
And he's like, I might remember you.
Oh no, I might have murdered your father. Oh shit.
Jack O'Neill, our boy, Colonel Jack O'Neill's response to this is, "We are going to get the entirety of the US military down here right fucking now, the whole goddamn army, every single member of it, even the reservists. We're going to get all of them down here, and we're going to do fucking gunboat diplomacy and say, I think you should let our friend go."
Which, again, very US
Which is
military
exactly what the
tactic.
military would actually do in real life.
Yeah.
And it's in character, really, for O'Neill.
In this exact situation, the US has openly stated as a diplomatic foreign policy that if the International Criminal Court in The Hague tries to ever try a US service person, the United States will invade the Netherlands.
Yep, the US Invasion Act. Actually, here's the thing. Jack O'Neill wishes the Hague Invasion Act was passed because that act was passed on the 3rd of August 2002. It is 1997
It's not in law
right
yet.
now.
It's not in law yet.
Yep.
All right.
The law specifically is the American Service Members Protection Act of 2002.
Okay, but
like-
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Even though that law hasn't passed, they'd still do it.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, 100%. But, like, the interesting thing for me...
What's this about
with-
Agent Orange? No.
Oh, wow. The interesting thing for me is it's like, it really shows, like, who Jack is. Like, he's a military man who is grossly loyal to his friends. And as soon as it's like...
I am not arguing that any of this is not fully in character.
Oh, yeah, and there's like, as soon as it's like, hey, we're gonna, what's the word? We're gonna fucking, like, hurt your friend. It's like, cool, I'm gonna fucking invade.
And Daniel rolls a d20 this episode. If it rolls between 1 and 10, he says, yep, I agree, let's go and do it. And if it rolls between 11 and 20, he says, no, this is outrageous and we have to respect the local culture. And on this episode, it has rolled between 11 and 20.
Also, the competency die has also rolled an 11 to 20, as Daniel is actually good at his job this episode.
Yes, this
Not
episode,
a blithering
Daniel,
idiot.
this episode, Daniel knows. Simple fucking, he's like...
Yeah, this episode, Daniel can recognize Latin and Greek and theorize why they're together, even though Latin will later be a very important language for only one race.
So,
Teal'c is in the cage. It's a
Teal'c is
reused
saying,
prop.
if you bring the army here to break me out, I will literally not go with you.
Yep, because I need to be punished for my crimes.
Which are the crimes that I didn't remember until this point.
Which,
Yeah, I have suddenly discovered
And didn't care
guilt.
about. And didn't care.
What is this feeling you call guilt?
Which, okay, actually, I will...
I
I joke
don't
about
fully-
it. No, I
yeah.
joke about it, but I mean, what's really happened is that Teal'c has never been forced to actually confront what he's done before.
Yeah.
And now he literally has to talk, like, he's now face to face with someone who's he has caused immeasurable harm to, right? Like, yeah, that's gonna do some shit to someone.
He's also the kind of person who would literally, for the sake of your mission and all that, I'm gonna bottle up all of this, and I'm not even gonna fucking like face it, because if I do, I wouldn't be able to cope.
And now he has to face it.
And he can't cope.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah.
I've seen the propagation before.
They're like, don't worry, everybody. We are going to be this man's lawyers. And Teal'c makes a face which I can only describe as being, I am going to get fucking hanged now.
I mean, your alternative is 3 women wearing bath towels and hoods.
I mean, better than the fucking one he gets.
So, suddenly when we have the trial and it begins.
Before the trial, Jack says something which kind of has a point.
Yeah.
Like, your accuser is saying you are guilty. The person hosting the trial is the person accusing you. I don't think you're going to get a fair trial. No, he says this when Teal'c. He reiterates it later.
Which, again, is something that Stargate can do, because this time, well, not this time period, but the time period that this, culture is in, this is how they did, like, a lot of this stuff. You were guilty, and you had to prove you were innocent.
Ryan, you are aware that many countries still do that right now.
Yes, but I'm trying not to,
Japan, I believe France still operates on guilty until proven innocent.
This is operating on the American justice system.
Yes.
Yeah, the amazing American justice system. What could possibly be wrong with it?
Yeah, so they go to trial. They go to trial.
They go to Cor'Ai.
Which is like really weird. I don't understand it, like how their culture works here, because they have clearly assembled what appears to be a modern courtroom with a docket.
Yeah.
Where everyone stands and where like your representative stands, but there's no legal system. Why would they have built this?
Don't worry about it.
It's like, I know why. It's so that the audience can recognize that it's supposed to be a courtroom. But suddenly we get a change in attitude where the guy is, I am very sorry that I threatened you. It was not a proper way to treat you. You are our guest here, and, you have your Cor'Ai now. It wasn't proper for me to say that. Oh, and by the way, do you forgive me for the way I treated you? Yes. Okay, cool. Now that you've forgiven me, fuck you. You killed my father, and I want to execute you.
Yeah, fuck you. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my dad.
Again, this is a very interesting look into like the way this works. It's like it's a weird honor thing. It's like, I'm sorry for breaking the rules and being rude to you and whatever. And as soon as it's like agreed that it's okay, it's back to fucking just murdering you.
Yes.
And this is like an interesting I find this interesting because this is very much how it was and is in some places, as Frosty mentioned. Like, if you break decorum, it's a problem. But as long as it's agreed upon, you can go back to being like, I'm just gonna murder you now.
Yep. Sorry, he said he forgives me, so whatever, I can do what I want.
I can do what I want.
So to which point Jack O'Neill decides to do the only. Well, I've got a better drop than that, my friend.
Oh, have you now?
Yes, I do.
Objection.
I do quite like the way this is. Oh, wow, okay.
Is that the Night Court theme?
No,
that's right.
It's Phoenix Wright.
My brain just jumped to Night Court because I made a Night Court joke in the episode title on my notes.
But
there you go.
So Jack tries to pull an objection, which again they're all looking at him like, "What are you doing?
What the fuck is an objection?
What is an objection?
What is a fair trial?
What is an opera?"
The way that they mean fair and trial in this is it's fair for the accused, like the person who's been wronged is the one who's getting the fair trial, not the one who is on trial, is what I get from this. It's like, no, I've been wronged, therefore I get to have a trial. It's like, what am I?
Well, not really. The way it really works is that his guilt is basically a foregone conclusion. Yeah. And that it's like, this is basically a formality where they get to sort of like have the catharsis of yelling at a dude and then saying, I'm going to kill you.
I mean, this is what Keir Starmer wants, if you must remember.
What?
No, do you remember hearing about this? Like, he wants to let, like...
The fucking
the
panel.
Party... Yeah, the
Yeah.
panel of people, like, the people aggrieved by Asbo set the penalty, which, it's the British people. They're gonna set the death penalty.
Yeah. This fucking guy, he stole a pack of biscuits from the supermarket. After that, I say he should be fucking hanged.
There's a group of old women in the background, just like at a women's association meeting, cutting a cake and just going, death.
No. It's a group of we have the Labour for Women group, and they're like, I think we should take a very measured approach at this and consider. By the way, the accused is a trans woman. Hang her. Sorry,
I can imagine them.
them.
I can imagine them saying "hang her" while making tea in the background and handing it out to all the men. I don't know why. I can just see that happen.
Rosie Duffield is there. She's leading the chant. She's burning a trans pride flag.
You know,
while
like a
she's doing
Village
it.
Fate, when there's always that one lady who's just like making cups of tea. Like that's kind of what I'm imagining. But them calling for the death penalty in the.
Yeah.
For any of our international fans
This doesn't work.
who have watched the hit movie Hot Fuzz. Yes, villages really are like that in this country.
Yeah. And people want to make them more like that because some people watched Hot Fuzz and didn't realize this is a bad thing.
Yes. So, anyway. They are, cross-examining Teal'c, and they're like, all right, but before I can have you sentenced to death, we just have to be very, very sure here, without a sort of shred of doubt, did you kill my father? And
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Yes! Oh boy, did I kill your father!
I really murdered him right in front of you.
Don't tell him, Pike!
Oh,
Pike,
God.
you're going on the list!
It's
okay. Daniel Jackson, master lawyer, he's got a plan. Oh, you're right, they get recess! For some reason, they get fucking recess, don't they?
Yeah, you're right. Why do they get a recess?
again,
Because
this is just straight up a fucking let's make it be more American. Like
this actually kind of reminds me a lot of. Reminds me a lot of Spirit of Justice, the most recent mainline Ace Attorney game. Where it's like literally it's a game where it's said of like, yes, I must introduce the fair and good Japanese American legal system to these savage foreigners. Anyway, so man, I could talk about those games for quite a while, but
do you want to do a bonus episode on the Phoenix Wright movie at some point?
There's a Phoenix Wright movie.
Oh boy, there
is.
Oh yes, there is. There's a live action Phoenix Wright movie.
Hell yes, we got to do that.
There was a live-action Phoenix Wright movie. The guy who plays Phoenix was a prominent Japanese actor. Also, was the likeness and voice of one of the playable characters from Yakuza 4.
Oh, is this the guy who got done for weed?
No. This guy. No, it was cocaine specifically.
Oh yeah.
Although, this is the first cocaine scandal from a Yakuza actor. Although, very crucially in this case, it was a rumor spread by a tabloid magazine that later found to not be true. But it basically, ruined... This whole scandal ruined the guy's career because, see, over here, say in Britain or in Hollywood or wherever not, if you find out an actor has a cocaine addiction, you're like, of course they do. Of course they do. They're an actor. Whereas, in Japan, if you do not have a squeaky clean image as a celebrity, your career is fucking over. I mean, this guy actually could have gone back to acting because it got, it probably came out that it wasn't true. But the guy's reaction was like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. So he didn't.
Understandable.
Yep. Anyway, that was my off-tangent.
The Yakuza off-tangent. Yakuza movie when?
Oh, they did a Yakuza movie as well.
That's why I said when.
Yeah. Oh, right. As in, I thought you meant when are they going to make one?
No, when are we doing it as a bonus episode?
Oh, we've got to do that movie.
I can take.
We've got to do that movie. We've got to do that movie. It's like
first Ava.
First Ava.
Through Ava.
Yes. Anyway, so
Yeah, Daniel Jackson becomes the world's best lawyer.
at which point, yeah, we have the recess, and they're like, "Yep, I'm guilty. You knew I was guilty." At which point,
Yeah, Jack didn't want to accept that his friend was guilty.
well, before he's like getting angry about all of this and whatnot, Jack is immediately like, "Oh god, this looks really bad. Hey, guards guarding this place, could you like fucking leave right now? Because I'm gonna guess you probably don't have client attorney privilege in here right now. So I would rather if you guys wouldn't mind leaving before we say all of this stuff."
Yeah, hit the fucking bricks. How dare you spy on our top secret special legal defense that will absolutely convince the person who is out for vengeance and blood.
Yeah, and now we have some discussions about Nuremberg. You were just following orders, and nobody can hold anybody for account for following unlawful orders. Wait a second, isn't it literally the law that a troop legally has to refuse an unlawful order, or they are held liable and accountable? Oh,
Yep.
yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
This episode tells you don't worry about it.
Yeah, we saw a few good men, and we decided to ignore it.
This episode wants to tell you that Adolf Eichmann was right and correct,
Well, yeah,
and should have been let go.
Are you okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this episode says that if Jack O'Neill was a Nazi, he would have done it gleefully because his superior said so.
Oh no.
It's his attitude, though!
Yeah.
This is not a good look for Jack O'Neill, I'll be honest. This entire episode is just...
I give you... This is not a good look for you, Chief.
No,
I understand. I get what's going on. It's very much like I am doing everything I can to not get my friend to like just fucking die, and I'm trying to convince my friend that no, it's fine. And that's shown as being like in the wrong, which is good. That's shown as being in the wrong.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We have a scene. We specifically have a scene later where we will talk about this.
Yeah. We have several scenes that continuously make us talk about this, but you aren't wrong. Then they get angry.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, there is some very fucking incredible acting from Christopher Judge.
Oh, it's
in there. He completely fucking sells a guy who is just completely broken at this point.
And is just literally wants to die because of all of his guilt. And it's like it's the idea of the strong man who doesn't face anything, doesn't like let it out, doesn't talk to anyone about
the consequences of my actions.
It's literally toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Literally bubbling up, and he can't take it because he never talked to anyone about it. He never worked his feelings out.
Yeah, the stronger you make yourself, the harder it is when you collapse on yourself.
Turns out the Gwal don't have a robust mental health program.
They don't check in on their chaps.
Yeah.
I'm checking on the blokes.
Yeah.
So imagining a office voiced by Prince Harry now.
Oh, God.
So
I'm just checking in on the blokes, you know? Oh, nice pussy. I think you'd be suitable to be my wife.
To be fair, it's not an unwarranted comparison. I haven't read it, but from what I heard, there is an excerpt from Prince Harry's book where he talks about how when he was in the army, when he first just killed a member of the Taliban, murdered one of our fellow human beings, was like, I felt nothing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know I've only heard of Spare from TF, Britnology, and all the fucked up bits that got clipped out of context, but some of those bits do not look good on you, Harry.
Yeah, straight up Deadeye killed a man, felt nothing. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Damn, shame. Wish that'd been a journalist trying to photograph my mum in a tunnel.
Oh. Yow.
Oh, jeez, wish this was my dad.
I mean, probably. Honestly, I'm up front.
Oh, I wish this was Rupert Murdoch. That man's pure evil. He's looking a Taliban of evil who's destroying the truth every day. He's an absolute rotter of a bastard. I wish he was dead.
South African Prince Harry?
I think
I lost the accent now.
Her attempt at doing posh, and then it just went straight South
Yeah, it was
Africa.
my attempt at Prince Harry that went straight to Jerk Van der Klerk, yeah.
There wasn't even a starting point. It was just... Anyway.
At this point, they have realized, okay, Teal'c has done it. He has confessed. At this point, we are basically trying to do a plea bargain.
At this point, we're trying to prove that the man that did this doesn't exist anymore because he is a changed man. Which, to be fair, Daniel, that is probably your best hope in this situation.
To be fair, there was a... this is a tangent again, but...
Carry on.
There was a... I mean, not for murder... was a as I say, a noteworthy in the computing and software sort of field. I guess not recent, it was a few years back now, but a legal case in which the argument of someone being a changed man was enough to convince a judge to let a guy go, and that was Marcus Hutchin, also known as what does he go by on? Remember what he goes by on Twitter?
No idea.
Hang on. I can find it very quickly. Malware Attack.
That's the WannaCry guy, Marcus.
That is the WannaCry guy. That's what I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. Yeah, this is related to WannaCry. Yeah, in his younger years when he was a teenager.
She's right. I've just looked this guy up. He basically got arrested and it was like, listen. I did some dumb shit as a teenager because I was into, coding and hacking, and these are the people I met who told me to use my skills for evil.
Basically, what happened was, more specifically, the full sort of story there was that he was approached by some unscrupulous individuals to produce some malware for them.
When he was a fucking teenager.
Yep. When he wrote it for them, and then he realized, wait a second, I have just realized what this is for. This is for doing, like, bank jobs and stuff, and I don't want to get involved in that, because that's probably pretty bad. And they were like, oh, don't worry, we will super duper just not do that, and we will use it for something else, and that's okay. So he's like, okay, yep, fine, I am going to change it slightly so it can't be used for that purposes. And then they came back saying, we had another guy come along to modify your code so it can still be used for what we wanted it to do, and now we are going to blackmail you, and you're going to keep working for us. And also they provided him with, like, a shitload of drugs and Adderall and shit that he binged on to, like, work on, like, excessively throughout, like, days and days. And
damn.
Yeah, all sorts of not so good. Yeah, he became, later on, he graduated from university, he became a very, very prolific and well-respected security consultant and hacker and all that sort of stuff. Very well-respected.
What you're looking for?
Yeah, exactly, yes. Very well-respected, sort of, in the community and in the industry. And yes, famously during the WannaCry ransomware attack, he is the guy which delved into the code of WannaCry, figured out the server that it was calling back to, managed to sort of get a hold of the domain and be able to acquire the domain himself and be able to effectively disable WannaCry and help
save the NHS, save a
yep, and all of that stuff. Yep. And he was at a sort of big hacker convention, and on his way back, he was arrested by the police for the previous malware crimes that we mentioned. But he was... Yeah, the judge said that this was a long time ago. He is a different person now. And he is a very highly skilled, computer expert and technical sort of cybersecurity expert who's worked during WannaCry. Yeah, the judge literally said that his sort of work during WannaCry shows that he is proving a great benefit to society and it would not help anybody if he was behind bars, so...
You missed a bit.
Yeah?
The FBI got involved. The FBI tried to get him to turn stoolie on some of his older hacker mates, some of whom were a bit more grey hat or black hat.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I don't have anything you want to know about one of the guys, and the other guys are my friends. They're kind of cool, even if they're grey. And the FBI were like, okay, fuck you. Here's 5 more charges because go fuck yourself.
What, the FBI did that? What?
Yeah, very surprisingly, the judge was level-headed and reasonable and was like, this guy, it was a long time ago, this guy was manipulated and blackmailed and would not have done this without coercion.
Was a fucking teenager.
Yep, and again, he has proven himself to be a changed person and basically, sort of in no uncertain terms...
Civic good?
Yeah, basically saved the entire fucking world from a ransomware attack that brought every single important institution around the world to its knees. So yeah, they were like, yeah, you know what, he's kind of earned. He's kind of,
earned a break.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the tangent.
Yeah, nice tangent, worthy tangent, and yeah, it's a real legal thing saying, my dude ain't as bad as that. Like, sure, he may have killed a guy, but is the logic that we will be following across these next few vignettes as we transition from court show to clip show? Because
Yep.
Jackson is like, this man, fuck, where's the button?
My wife.
There we are. Yeah, this is the man who took my wife away from me, but this is also the guy who would, like, not take my wife away from me because he's cool.
Yeah.
now.
Who would lay down his life to save her?
He was ordered to slaughter 50 unarmed captives, and he decided not to do it and turned his back on the world. He's a good man now.
He killed his brothers in arms. He broke the sacred bond of the Serpent Guard. I know, wait, that's the weird thing. That Daniel, like, focuses on, like, Teal'c's brotherly bond that he killed the fellow Serpent Guard, but I'm curious as to where he's got. Has he picked that up from, like, the military? The military, this weird bond of samurai brothers? Or where has he got this from?
I imagine Teal'c. I think Teal'c mentioned something about it at some point, probably.
Yeah, and not only that, he's like, he took this personal risk, not only to himself, but also, because he did this, because he decided to do the right thing, he will most likely never be able to see his family again.
Yeah, despite the risk to.
My wife and son.
He did this, because he's a good
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
And we have another recess again, for the sake of the plot, conveniently. Yeah, we have Daniel. He's questioning, he's like talking to one of the locals, and she's like, yeah, so we have a bunch of tunnels, right? And whenever someone comes through that gate, we fucking leg it, we leave no one behind, and we hide. So we take that information, and then we go, aha, I have an idea.
We move at the speed of the slowest man.
Even if that gets our entire race killed.
To which then Daniel has a sudden brainwave. Then hang on. Teal'c, he killed the old man with a stick. Wait a second, Teal'c. Tell me, why did you do that? Well, let me explain. You see, back then, which was clearly quite a long time ago, considering this adult guy was a little kid at the time.
This must be at least 10, 15 years.
I haven't aged.
They do say that Gourds live for, like, stupid long times. Or
Well, he's not a Gourd. He's not a Gourd.
They say that Jafars live for super long times.
Braytak says he's 130 and still spry, so...
Okay, but Braytak also looks 130, though.
Yeah, but Teal'c could be literally...
If I look that good at 130, I'll take it.
Teal'c could literally be, like, 50 or 30. It's, 50 or 60, it would still, like, work.
Yeah. How old is Teal'c, actually? I need to look this up now. Do not look this up, because there will be massive spoilers if you guys do.
Okay. Do you want us to continue while you look it up? Or?
Yeah, continue.
Okay, so we have a flashback where...
Okay.
Oh,
Teal'c was born in 1899 Earth time, according to the wiki.
okay, I stand corrected then.
So by this point, Teal'c is just shy of 100.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, Teal'c looking good.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind
if
then.
I look that good at 100. Oh wait, no, I'm 3,000 years old. Never mind. Excuse me.
Anyway, so we have this flashback where when Teal'c was here before, Apophis is
angry, shouting.
Angry. Yep, he's angry at all of these goddamn locals for defying him. So he wants to make an example of them, and says to Teal'c, pick one of them, any one of them, and kill them.
If you don't pick one,
I will kill all of them. Yeah.
Pick a guy, any guy.
So Teal'c, knowing the sort of customs of the people, they will never leave one behind, decides to kill the old slow guy and do some eugenics.
Woohoo! He does some Harold Shipman shit.
Which, okay, like, in also fairness to that, with this being sort of like yes, he is, like, doing the war crimes and the whole Nuremberg stuff, but he's not only being coerced of, like, I will kill them all, but, not just Nuremberg, it's also Nuremberg on top of the trolley problem.
Nuremberg Ultra.
Yeah, and also, like, they don't seem to mention this, but it seems very clear from this flashback scene that the guy's father, he at least appears, from what I can tell, it looks like he is literally saying, "Pick me, pick
Yeah,
me,
he's
pick
literally
me, pick me."
holding out his hand to Teal'c. Like,
Yeah,
He's
and
on
being
his
like,
own,
"Please
stepped away
pick
from the
me."
group.
Yeah, please kill me. Please kill me. Please
I
kill
wanna
me.
die.
Please kill me. Yeah.
Won't somebody kill me? Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it, but he had to do it. So he killed him.
What is one life to save 50, you know? Teal'c
Exactly.
becomes Spock in this moment.
So, like, we're going to try and, we're going to, convince them that he's a changed man, he's seen the error of the ways, we have to do it their way, and Jack says, nope, we're going back to Earth.
Fuck this
and-
shit. I'm taking Carter. I'm hitting the
Yep.
bricks. General Hammond is going to give me some dudes. We're going to grab the squad support weapons.
Exactly.
We're going to roll. We got a military surplus Sherman. We're going to roll it through the gate.
Exactly. So he goes back through the gate and he's like, all right, Hammond, here we go. Let's mobilize that unit and let's go through. To which he says no.
I mean, he says yes at first. He walks through. He's like, I need this, this, this. And Hammond's like, yeah, sure, Jack. Whatever, buddy. You're cool. And then as soon as he finds out, he's like, don't you fucking dare. Fuck you.
Yeah, wait, whoa. Did you say this guy is on trial?
for what?
For war crimes?
For this.
He is in an international war crimes tribunal. See, what I have to say about this, and I have the drop for it, as you both heard before. I have a drop. Let me get to my drops, because my sound thing crashed, which is why my mic died.
The United States is not in the business of interfering in other people's affairs.
And my reply is,
Objection!
since when? Since
Yeah,
when?
exactly.
Says Jack.
Objection!
He literally says. Jack literally screams. Since when? Like, no, actually, Jack and they look at each other. They look at each other. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Jack literally says, "Since when?" And then he says, "Since Bill fucking Clinton." That's
Which
when.
is also patently not true.
Bill Clinton is too busy getting his dick sucked by his secretary to do the things he needs to do. The men in charge are all pussies. Once again, the honest-to-God soldier on the ground is being hamstrung by the man in Washington!
But I do like what Jack says. Is like, Hammond's like, look, he's a war criminal. It's like, he's done lots of things, and then Jack,
Here in the United States military, we take war crimes very seriously.
Jack says, I have been ordered to do so many things that I didn't want to do.
And Hammond
Hammond's
Hammond's basically response to this is, I will pretend you didn't say that. I will not acknowledge that. And la 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 la.
Like,
I don't care what you did in Gulf War 1.
Jack's literally going, are you calling me a war criminal? And Hammond just goes, no comment.
We're not. Yeah, Jack, we're not talking about the family of 5 you killed in Gulf War 1, nor the Iraqis you killed.
This is where I actually have quite a lot of Jack literally at this point goes, my military has ordered me to do so much worse, and you are going to judge him because he's not American, and that is the only reason that you aren't going to save him. Right now.
Well, yes, literally, because Hammond literally yells, "He is not one of our own."
Yep. Which, again,
What
this
do you mean,
so
Hammond?
much to say about the military.
Hammond, what do you mean one of our own?
Yep.
Yeah, he's not American, Jack. Deal with it. Die mad, bitch.
Also, Also, come on, you couldn't. Come on, after everything Teal'c's done for you guys so far, the least you could do is give our boy an American passport.
Well, my favorite thing is they literally Jack literally does the most obvious thing and goes, so this guy is literally our biggest source of information. He is an incredible asset. He has a live gold in him. We should not lose him. And then they go, yeah, still not gonna do it. And I'm like, I actually at that moment went, wait, what the fuck is going on here? Like, wait, what? No, this doesn't make sense for any country, especially America. They're giving up, their biggest asset in this entire war to a goddamn medieval frigging, bunch of, shitters in a forest. And I'm like, I don't get that. I don't get that.
For most of this episode...
Forest.
For most of this episode, Jack is, wrong every time he opens his mouth.
Yeah,
until this point.
At this point he's like, we literally need the guy though. Otherwise, all of humanity will be extinguished by the Gould. And Hammond is like, I'm sorry, but as a proud American
You must
Democrat
respect
that I
the
am,
citizen.
yeah, as
Oh
a
my God, he is
Democrat,
such
as
a-
a fucking,
No,
as a
he's not a
Democrat,
Democrat.
we have
He's
to
not a
respect
Democrat,
the
he's a
processes.
libertarian.
No, he's a Demo. It's a fucking no Hammond. Not about Hammond.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As a
Sorry,
Democrat,
Jack's
we
the
must respect
libertarian.
the process. Yeah, as a Democrat, we must respect the processes, Jack.
Listen,
Corrupt
Jack,
and
we can't give you a tank and armies, but we can give you a drone. Do you want to use? As a Democrat, we can give you a drone.
Yeah,
you
we
want
can
to do a
authorize a
drone
drone strike. Wait, like, well, I'm sorry, Jack. We can't authorize a drone strike unless they're having a wedding.
If you can prove the rape is in full swing, we can bomb it, but only then.
Listen. If we can get them while they're there, while they're lying there dead, and while they're in the ambulance, then we'll drone strike them. But until then, fuck me. Where's this podcast taken?
Well, this is actually no. This is legitimately
I know.
ideology. This is very ideology because you've got Jack spouting all the American shit while he's in the place, and when being a bit like way too gung ho. But when he comes out and has a legitimately good reason, one man, one little 30 people max for all of humanity, and the response is still, we won't get involved. It's like, wait, what?
Clinton says no, Jack. You gotta respect my boy Bill Clinton.
He's playing jazz and getting his dick sucked. He ain't gonna do it right now, okay? It's fine.
Yeah, Bill Clinton doesn't care.
It's incredible. It's legitimately incredible.
It is what it is.
But anyway, after this point, we basically go back to the next day, and they decide, well, we're gonna, Jack and oh god,
Yeah, we got Jack and Carter. They're back again.
Jack and Carter decide to come back, and fully armed, of course.
Yeah, they got their guns. They're all fine. Jack was not disarmed. No, we've skipped an entire fucking scene.
Oh, sorry, we skipped the fucking rest of the trial.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
So going back to that, he's like, we had to pick the lesser evil.
Yeah, we all believe in the lesser evil.
To which they're like, you fucking murdered my crippled dad. You fucking
kind of a dick move.
Yeah. But I was like, I'm sorry, but I had to do the eugenics to make sure the rest of you lived.
Yeah, it's fine. What's the worst?
Again, showing the reason about having a trial done by the person who is
because
mad.
At this point, like, they're talking about how, he's vital to fighting the Gaul, he's a changed man. You would all have died if he hadn't done this. At which point, basically everyone in the room is convinced by this, but they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but by the practices of our people,
we don't give a shit.
Must make this decision." And of course, he says,
"No." He says, "So he's a changed man. Yes, great. Can him being a changed man bring back
my father?"
No.
Okay, then he dies tomorrow.
Yeah, he's fucked. Yeah, sorry, buddy. You can't fucking bring my dad back. Fuck you.
And then they're like, because apparently all of that stuff with Jack, Samantha, and Hammond took an entire day, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
It's the next day now, and it's just before the execution, and they're
I love an execution.
They're putting Teal'c in the ceremonial drip.
Yeah, he's been stripped naked. They've got the paint. They've got the paint out. They're force fanning him before he dies, so he gets to experience what it's like on the other side.
Yeah, and he says to Daniel, "If please, when they kill me, donate my body to science."
Yeah, Teal'c is fully committed to the cause.
Yeah,
even when he's fucking dying for their sins.
Please, Daniel, when I die, I want to be used so that Peter Teal'c can find out how to live forever.
Oh God.
I fucking hate you.
Do you know what? I bet you anything that if billionaires found out about the Gaul, they would fucking go, how can
Peter Teal'c just ringing up Hammond and being like, so how do I get one of these Gaul? How do I get one of these parasites? How do I become the Jafar?
There would be absolutely no way they wouldn't immediately try and take it and turn it into a way so they can live forever and be stronger than every other human. Like, for fuck's sake, there is no way that wouldn't happen.
Do I have a plotline for you coming up in the future seasons? Yes! They're called the Trust.
The Trust.
Yes!
Yeah. Yes. So,
Anyway, another time.
so yeah, Jack and Samantha are like, all right. So, what did the president say?
President said, "Go fuck yourself."
President said,
Okay.
"President said, do you like jazz?"
So at this point, they're like, so we're going to commit insubordination and treason, and we're going to go and invade a sovereign power and gun everyone down.
Yeah, that's based.
But yeah, but then they arrive and they're like, no, the Gawals are killing them. That was what we were going to do.
The Gould aren't allowed to kill them. It's cheating.
They were American targets. We were gonna kill them.
So they get to show up and pretend, oh no, guys, we were totally here to help you the whole time.
We're the goddamn heroes.
Yep, yeah, because now it's convenient for us to pretend that we were helping you.
I fucking love this. It's like they literally get to play again. Ideology, they get to play the part of the hero white savior Americans.
Yes!
And it's entirely accidental.
Well, I do love that we're calling them white saviors, despite the fact that people they're also saving are also all white.
The trope of this
the trope, yes.
Such white savior trope. Holy shit.
Yeah, just a little.
Because it's like show up to a way weaker and way more primitive culture with guns, ready to kill them all, and then look, there's another culture attacking them. Hang on a minute.
Right.
Yep.
It's violence time.
Yeah. So they are like, I am going to go out there and confront them. You better stay here, and you better stay here and do nothing while we do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
we have guns.
And they're like, don't worry, as long I will go out and confront them, and as long as the Gawal don't find you all here, we will be fine. Scene cuts. The Gawals have now found them here.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And we see an old friend of Teal'c's.
Returning friend of the pod. Our boy Shackle is back.
J.K. Rowling ass name there anyway.
Yeah. Our guy with the J.K. Rowling name.
This is very much
Yep. Yeah.
He's like, I believe the word you're looking for.
Yeah. Shackle is like, I will be first prime when I kill you. To which Teal'c's response, of course, is to be like, oh, could you say that a bit closer to me? Closer. Can you stand really right in front of me, please, so I can stab you with this knife through your cardboard armor?
Yeah.
This is basically he's got a shiv, basically.
Yeah, the kid.
He's got a really shit shiv, and the technologically advanced armor of the Gawald is basically paper to a shiv.
It's bad chainmail, mass-produced, highest bidder. You know how it is. Even the Ghoul, the slaves to the highest bidder trope.
I think
it's a fucking shiv!
When he was doing it, for me, it was implied he was going to be, stabbing him in the neck, where there was no armor, and then there's
straight in, the heart, right
I think he was going for the symbiote pouch.
That actually makes sense, but how would it go through the arm? Never mind.
Anyway, he went under the chainmail. He hooked it under. Shackle is a lazy bastard who doesn't tuck in his chainmail properly.
Do you know what? It's like some.
Well, I can tell you why this happened. Because this is the classic Stargate SG-1 thing of we decided to have the Gawald attack happen in the last 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
So it has to be immediately resolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teal'c stabs him, the rest of everyone else arrives, and the Gawald go, ooh, and they have to run away.
Yeah.
Ooh. They we totally came here to help you. And
I want to point out, Teal'c has clearly been watching WrestleMania because he does a sick fucking dive tackle.
Oh, you're right, he does. Yes, he does.
He fucking flies through the air, takes a ball blaster shot to the leg.
Out of nowhere!
He does the Logan Paul shit.
So they're like...
he doesn't do the Logan Paul shit.
Teal'c has saved them all, and our boy Inigo Montoya says, you know what? You're actually cool and based now.
Well, it does help he saved his son's life.
Yeah.
His entire family, but yeah.
Yeah, you are cool and based now, and you are our friends now. And it's like, yeah, and as in tradition, they all become friends, and the SG team is like, all right, we're going to be great friends now. We will come back here. We'll be your friends. We will help train you and defend you. And hope do they never ever return here?
No. Does this ever come up again? I don't believe so.
Most like one of Teal'c's most important, like interesting things. Nah.
Nope. Never again.
We'll never return. Okay, what does this say about the military? I think we covered it quite a lot, but do we have any more sort of... Yeah, sure. Do you have more thoughts?
Yeah, we get a real clear divide between like the civilians and the military. Like even Carter, as a military woman, she's kind of on the civilian side. She wants to, oh, we trust the process. It's fine. Whereas Jackie's hoorah, Marines! Let's follow the 2002 bill that's not out yet.
Yep, exactly.
I think like once they really realize that, like both Carter and Daniel, once they realize that there is no way that Teal'c is not going to just get murdered, they are much more on the side of, do you know what, maybe we should like...
I don't want my friend to die. Fuck this shit.
Well, Daniel. Well, I think Daniel very much in particular follows like the respect the processes type thing. Whereas with like Carter, it really doesn't take much for Jack to be like, "Oh, go on."
You really want to trust the process, Carter? Come on.
Come on. You're based. Come on. Remember, Carter, you're based, remember? You're one of the troops. You're like me. To which, Carter's like, you are all right. I am based, and I am one of the troops, and fuck the pussy, fuck the process, fuck the cucks, fuck the civilian oversight, fuck the host of this podcast. But, they're like, so no. And again, like, Hammond is... I'm sorry, but Hammond is way too, like, fucking lib to be an Air Force general.
He's from Texas! How is he this lib?
He's also more lib than Hammond has been in any other episode.
Yeah. Someone hit Hammond with Havana Syndrome.
I think the problem with Hammond is that, as a character... he has to act as an antagonist force, so whatever the crew in that episode want to do, he has to order the opposite.
You're not wrong.
Which sort of leads to Hammond has no consistent character or ideology.
You aren't wrong, and I hate it.
Yeah. Whatever they want to do in the episode, Hammond has to obstruct them.
Yay! Hooray for obstructive bosses that I'm going to help you do your job.
It is very much a... Hammond is going to be against you. Why?
Yeah. What reason will we contrive? It's because Texas Air Force General has decided that he's a lib this episode.
He has decided that he's going to try and turn Texas blue. That's what's happening.
Yeah. This episode, he's decided that he supports the $1 trillion coin.
Fuck you! Fuck the coin! To the town of Afray, who rode at Hammond one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one cared to ask his politics, no one cared to ask his biz. The stranger there among them was a general called Hammond.
Whereas in reality, the Air Force general from Texas is not the lib who would be like, we must respect the process, we have to, respect their culture. No, he is the guy who, I don't want to ask him his opinion on marriage equality and abortion.
Kill them all and let the God Emperor brackets George Bush sort them out. Yeah.
Yeah. But I quite like this episode for Teal'c's performance, and
he's great.
Daniel's performance was...
Yeah, like last episode we talked about it, an episode being an episode where Daniel doesn't do anything. This time they're like, fuck, what do we make Daniel do this episode? We're going to turn Daniel into fucking Phoenix Wright. That's what we're gonna do.
Phoenix Wright, Daniel at law.
But yeah, I think what this says about the military to me is I don't think Stargate really knows what they're doing.
No, not in the fucking slightest.
And especially going, no, this presidency doesn't do that. And I'm sitting there going, what?
Yeah, George W. Bush Sr. Sorry, Bill Clinton says this is
Bill-
bad.
Well, okay, I will fully explain why I think they wrote it like this way.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna guess the writers of this show were probably libs, and they're probably like, yes, Bill Clinton is the good man who I am sure we won't learn anything in the future that will indicate that maybe he might not be the best man in the world.
Nah, what you on about?
Good man. What is the war on drugs? What are all of these policies he's passing about criminalizing being black in the United States? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, who's co-signing along with these? Oh, it's this guy called Joe Biden. I wonder if he'll ever come back.
Who is this Joseph Biden?
God, the fact that not just America at this point, a lot of the world's idea of left is not murdering quite as many people is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane, but that's where we've got to.
I mean, that will be continued throughout the modern day. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
Welcome to Stargate Oversight, the podcast in which we discuss international politics. Hey guys, how do you feel about that balloon they found in America?
I don't care. What are the Chinese going to do with the balloon? Adopt a child and nonce the minute? Come on.
Okay, I want to give my just quick, two things on the balloon.
Fine.
So the Chinese government,
news, though. This is like
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Well, actually, it's coming out. It's coming out in literally a few days. Actually.
No, it's not.
Oh wait, no, you're right. This is the second episode.
episode.
It's coming out a week. It's coming out in a week. Yeah,
This
okay.
is the Valentine's Day episode.
Oh fuck! I love
that's
you.
amazing.
I love you. I love you.
I love
We love you.
the idea, but this is coming out on Valentine's Day. That's great.
Celebrate
Listeners,
Valentine's
we love
by
you
killing
in
your father.
Listeners, we love you in a what's the word? What's the fucking word?
Platonic
Parasocial way.
No. Oh yeah, no. Specifically, the opposite of platonic. We are dating you. We are
dating the
available.
listeners. And
We
we're
are
dating each
available.
other. We're a
You are
molecule.
we are emotionally available to you. We are your friends. And you should form attachments to us.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
your
should.
friends.
I am. I'm your best friend. That's why you should follow me on stream. www.twitch.tv/HopeFrail.
Or alternatively, you could also follow twitch.tv/ArctishaFrost.
Or you can follow neither of them and just watch podcasts where I exist.
Yeah, Ryan. Once again, Ryan only exists on this podcast.
And
He
Patreon.
lives in your phone.
And
And
Patreon.
Patreon. Yes, Patreon.
Yeah, Ryan lives in your
.com.
Patreon app on your phone.
Yes, Ryan lives on patreon.com/SGO podcast, where you can go for that's $3.50 a month, not $350.
Stop playing with your keys. I can hear it on the recording.
Fuck, sorry. I have a really cool keyring, I'm sorry. Anyway,
I don't blame you. I'm sure it's excellent. You'll have to show me when we next hang out.
so do we have any closing thoughts?
I think we gave our closing thoughts, really.
Fair.
Jack O'Neill wishes the law preventing the 2002 law applies to space.
Yep.
We are going to get 2 more trial episodes.
Oh, cool.
Honestly, I don't know. You guys really like Cor'Ai. I felt Cor'Ai was like scene missing. It just felt like Cor'Ai feels like it was crammed into 40 minutes, like the 40
Okay,
minutes.
I
and it
like
feels too short
most
and
of
too long at the
Cor'Ai.
same time.
I like most of Cor'Ai. I don't like the world scene.
I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that it very much felt like, how do we wrap this up quickly?
How do we actually we've literally created an untenable position where there is no way in hell that this guy would ever say that I don't want Teal'c to be dead.
Yeah,
I
Hano
know.
wants Teal'c dead no matter what.
It's like, I know. Let's bring the Gould in, and it's
Yeah,
like,
not only do they bring a Gould in, they literally bring Shackle in and then immediately kill him, where he could have served as kind of like an effective character antagonist for Teal'c.
Can't have that. Can't have an individual
Nope.
character antagonist.
Nope.
We will
He's
actually
dead.
get that. We will have a guy called Tanith who will show up as a character
Okay.
later for Teal'c specifically, and Teal'c will get into trouble for being all right. I gotta kill this bastard. So don't worry, they do learn from this, but this is not the last trial episode. We will get 2 more trial episodes.
All right. I have
will-
been.
Can I-
Sorry.
We're
Sorry,
gonna
I thought
get
you were
a
done.
trial episode in Atlantis, which honestly I think is going to be a bit more interesting in how it ties in with the Atlantis story and the story of a character we've yet to meet. And we're also getting a story where the focus of the trial is Claudia Black, who will be appearing on Stargate starting in season 7. So look forward to Fast Games Claudia Black.
Look forward to when we get to that in 5 years.
Yeah, in 5 years when we get around to it.
So I am Arctisha Frost. You can find me on Tumblr as Arctisha Frost, the Twitch as I mentioned, and you can follow me on co-host.
Where can we find you, Ryan?
I exist on the podcast.
Exactly. You can find him on our upcoming Fast and Furious podcast.
Are we doing Fast and Furious for your bonus pick, Ryan?
I haven't picked it yet. I'm not choosing.
Well, that's the thing. We know what would. So, February's bonus, the bonus that you're going to get next week, we are doing Evangelion 1.0. You are not allowed to podcast. No, wait, it's you cannot podcast. Bollocks.
It's you cannot, not in brackets, podcast.
Yeah, exactly. The promo art has been out there on the Twitter, so there's your reward for following the Twitter. You've seen the promo art without our special guest, because we've got a guest as well coming next week.
Incredible.
Incredible indeed. And I'm Hope for All. You can find me at @HForYall on Twitter. I'm probably the only one retweeting the podcast account, so it's probably not that hard to find me. You can also find me on Twitch at Hope for All. So,
well, I would retweet it, but yeah.
Elon Musk fan will not unban you. To be fair, Elon's locked his fucking account again.
Oh fuck, you did. You're right.
Elon.
He's unlocked it now. Yeah.
Oh, he's done testing the "is my account locked?" And let's be real, that bug was just a bunch of Cat Tattoo and friends being like, "Wow, no one likes my post." Bitch, you can't even post.
Yeah, maybe it's because you're shit at posting. Anyway, we have been
Stargate
Oversight. No, I will not follow Bill Gates on Twitter, and
follow
we'll
us
see
on
you
Twitter instead. We're dope.
Yeah, we will see you all next week if you are a Patreon subscriber.
You'll hear the Patreon preview.
Yeah.
But you won't get the whole thing unless you give me money.
No, yeah. Otherwise, we will see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the show, which I do not know the name of.
I believe it's
Star Trek Oversight.
It's in yes. Oh, we've got a really good episode coming up next. In 2 weeks' time, for the regular listeners, we have the episode Enigma with the return of the Nox.
Oh, the Nox come back.
Oh, they come back. Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
We'll come back in the episode Enigma.
And we'll also meet some new friends. Expecting that.
Yeah, the Nox are back.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Sayonara.
We need to really work on signing off the podcast.
Fuck that shit. That takes effort. We're just gonna be gay.